Back on championship court, it is time for our second quarterfinal matchup between the ATX Pickleballers and the Florida Smash. Thrilled to have you with us for this nightcap of action. Adam Stone, Cameron Irwin, and Michelle McMahon in the booth. Dominic Catalano will be joining us from the sideline. Travis Rettenmeyer and one of the Kawamotos, the captain on both sides. They are twins on the side of the Pickleballers. So this matchup is an interesting one for a couple of reasons. The Florida Smash, everybody counted them out against the Hard Eights, and then Vivian David and Kyle Yates some way, somehow took down Riley Newman and Lindsay Newman. That's the biggest storyline on their behalf. And for the ATX Pickleballers, they're a team that have been lighting it up so far this tournament. What are you both seeing on both sides in the matchup?
That is Jackie Kawamoto down there for the coin toss. And if you guys do not know which is which at home, Jade is the lefty, Jackie is the righty. And my pick to click for this match is Kyle Yates. He played poorly in the first match I called of the week, and he played great in the last match, which Kyle will show up today.
And I'm going to go the opposite direction on the side of the ATX Pickleballers. You have J.W. Johnson sitting on that side, but who I've been most impressed with on the day, and I think most would say the same thing, are the Kawamoto sisters. What they did in the Dream Breaker was just incredible against the top two women in the game of singles, and Annalie Waters, as well as Leah Jansen.
Yes, I think that's a good call. The Kawamotos are a little unassuming. They're not the biggest girls out there. They might not have the flashiest weapons, but they are so consistent. They pick their spots, they make good decisions, and they're great teammates to have out there. Really eases your mind when you're playing with one of the Kawamotos.
They're going to have the ladies go first.
Florida Smash picking the women to go first. Pickleballers won the coin toss and chose to react.
ATX is on receive. The last choice, left end, left end.
Another interesting storyline on the side of the Florida Smash. The ATX Pickleballers took them down pretty badly in Daytona. Where the Florida Smash kind of fell apart and made some trades. They, of course, acquired Vivian David and Kyle Yates and sent Jesse Irvin and Colin Johns over to the Las Vegas Night Owls.
And Mish, this could be one of those situations where we have a trade that benefited both teams. So the Smash really solid playing in this last match, as I mentioned, against the Hard Eights. And you know, when they have the firepower of Georgia Johnson, Rettenmeyer, David, and Yates, it's just anything can happen in this format, and we've seen that. They played great earlier. Can they play great again?
I think one of the other interesting elements in terms of this matchup is the ATX Pickleballers. We talked about their win over the New Jersey Fives, but this is a team that has yet to make the playoffs in 2023. So this is a huge step for them. Not only did they go 3-0, but they're right here in a quarterfinal. They were close to getting straight into the semifinal with the 3-0 from group play. But I asked Wes Gabrielson, who's working with this team, I said, what's been the difference from Mesa and Daytona to now? And he said, honestly, it's been all about energy expenditure and how they're putting that energy out on the court. It showed up in terms of J.W. Johnson in that Dream Breaker. I mean, he was looking at the sidelines. He was throwing out finger wags left and right, and he was connecting with the audience and showing true emotion. It's coming at all phases of the game right now for the ATX Pickleballers.
The crowd has been electric all weekend long. We expect nothing less for this quarterfinal match. The hype crew fully intact, and you mentioned JW, Cameron. He also played for the Florida Smash last year, so another interesting storyline there is sister Georgia on the opposing side for the Florida Smash, so that's an interesting nuance. Mom Julie, a pro as well. She's in the crowd watching this one. How do you cheer for your two kids?
That's what I was
going
That's what I was gonna ask you, Mish. Who's she cheering for? Tell me.
Know.
You tell me.
I don't know. I mean, I've got to say, the Johnson family wins no matter what. $60,000 on the line for the super final, although not in reach for the Florida Smash. Still a hefty purse for the San Clemente finals, which will be taking place on Championship Sunday.
Well, it's funny, I saw Mary and Maggie Brasha's mom walking around as they're also split on teams here for Major League Pickleball, and she's got a jersey divided down the middle with the opposing colors. It was pretty epic.
I've seen that with some parents and some of the other major sports, you know, baseball and basketball and football. So it's cool to see the split jerseys. Nice job there, Mrs. Brasha.
And a chance to catch up with some of the owners of the Florida Smash and Kyle Yates and Travis Rettenmeyer and how their temperature is heading into this quarterfinal match, and everybody is just thrilled that they made it past the hard eights. That was such a confidence boost for their team to be able to pull out such a big win when they felt like nobody thought they could do it. They just squeaked in here, they said. Gabe Tardio and JW Johnson looking to put an end to those hopes for now for the Florida Smash. And what is it about this duo that works so well? Locked in and serious.
Exactly what you're seeing right now. Just nothing phases the two of them.
Zero emotion.
Just nothing phases them. Just so controlled. They have so much fun together on and off the court. Just great friends, and it's been fun to watch JW Johnson kind of lead the way for Gabe Tardio in this duo. He does a really nice job setting him up and making him feel comfortable out there.
Yeah, they're buddies. I mean, they're buddies, and you know that's cool. That helps, and I think that Gabe Tardio, some of that age-related upside, he is just slowly working his way into better and better performances out there. He was the 4th pick on their team, one of the last males selected, and he is going to play a very big role in this match.
Let's take a look at the ladies' head-to-head numbers. The Kawamotos have the edge here according to Team Duper, but Georgia Johnson and Vivian David, they played together before. They have experience. They like playing together. Of course, you can never say enough how much of an advantage it is to play with your sibling, as Georgia Johnson knows so well. The Kawamoto twins are telepathic. They know what the other is going to hit before they even hit it.
But it's not even just that. Their game goes so much further than that. Still residing in Indianapolis. I mean, they can't even play year-round because of the weather. They only train with one another out that direction, and they said that sometimes it's the, iron sharpens iron. Sometimes it can get a little exhausting playing against your sibling nonetheless, but these two have just been so good, and they don't spend as much time on the court as maybe some of those other pros in terms of touring around the country, but it does not show whatsoever.
And just, I mean, everything you said obviously pairs together nicely with the two, and one's a righty and a lefty. So they just really have it all working out there, and I expect them to be in each other's head and be in the perfect spots and know what the other is thinking, as they always do.
Thought that man was going to jump at the broadcast booth for a moment.
Is that Adam Stone?
We found Adam. Get back to the booth. Come back. We need you over here in the corner. Thanks very much. Moments away from first serve. Vivian David will kick us back. Florida Smash looking to get on the board first against the Kawamoto twins. Right away, Jade strikes first.
Yes, and it is not easy to find the forehand counter of Vivian David. She loads up as with the backhand as good as anyone, but a nice job by Jade finding that spot.
Countering right back was the Florida Smash.
I caught up with Vivian David and Georgia Johnson just prior to this and asked them how they feel like they've been playing. They said it's been a little bit of ups and downs, but they feel as if they've really hit their stride today.
overhead from Jackie Kawamoto. And yes, Vivian David, this is MLP. All these players are locked in and they have prepared to get here, but she did have a slight rib injury leading up to this event, so she has been building every single match in this MLP.
Tag that time was Georgia Johnson.
Yeah, I asked Georgia too, what does that kind of look like with the ups and downs, what might have caused that? She said, well, it's been a minute since we've been on the court alongside one another, and she said, you know, when you first get out there, there's a little bit of nerves too.
Tie game. And it's got to be difficult, Cameron, for the Kawamotos to be able to play at this level with that limitation in the training. To still be able to hang at this level is unbelievable.
And it's not just hang. I mean, they were amazing Division I tennis players at the University of Dayton, but what's more incredible is they don't really train singles, and what they did in that Dream Breaker, this team is 4 for 4 in Dream Breakers. Hard to stop.
Nice drive from Jade Kawamoto on the backhand side, catching Vivian David transitioning. Worked out that time off the tape, but if there is one knock on Georgia Johnson, it is occasionally she gets trigger happy speeding the ball up. And you know, when you have hands like her, you can't blame her too much, but if that ball gets too low, it could be an issue for the smash.
Wide for Jackie Kawamoto. Florida ties it back up.
Seeing a lot of dinking right now. Moving around the kitchen. Not a whole lot of speeding up.
Long for Jackie Kawamoto, and Florida Smash take their first lead of the game.
Yeah, nice power from Georgia Johnson and a nice leave from Vivian David after some great partner communication. I would say slightly ambitious as Georgia Johnson comes inside of the ball. Side spin forcing it out wide.
From the lefty in the middle.
Yeah, it's a really nice combination right here as Vivian David throws up the pancake, shifting that, but it's the secondary shot that gets it done.
Jackie Kawamoto overpowering Georgia Johnson. The Pickleballers take a 2-point lead.
Yeah, and that's a nice out wide dink, forcing Georgia Johnson to lose her balance just enough.
Georgia Johnson answering right back. These are two teams in the original Major League Pickleball circuit. The ATX Pickleballers, one of the prominent owners, Brene Brown, for the Florida Smash. They're playing amongst one of their owners, Travis Rettenmeyer. Just wide for Vivian David.
I'm liking the pressure from the Kawamotos up at the kitchen line. They're doing a nice job on the volleys, keeping the Florida Smash at bay at the baseline.
Nice lean in with the lefty. Jade Kawamoto bodying up Vivian David. And you're right, Cam, the last few minutes, the Smash have had a little issue getting to the kitchen. So nice control and nice pressure from the Kawamotos.
Johnson steps up big in the middle that time.
Yeah, very small gap, closed very quickly from Georgia Johnson, exploding to the middle and unleashing on a big forehand.
Point for Florida. They tie it up here early.
Georgia Johnson doing a really nice job in terms of utilizing her momentum, pushing through that two-handed backhand. She's a very heavy ball on that backhand side.
Just missing the baseline was Jackie Kawamoto, swinging big, so the Florida Smash. The first team to 11 took them a moment to get going, but once they did find their rhythm, what was working on their side?
I just expect Georgia Johnson to impose her will. She is the most powerful and offensive-minded player on the court, and I expect her to continue to start fires and clean up high balls as she has been doing so far. So expect the Kawamotos to continue to do their thing with solid play and well-timed aggression, and I expect all four ladies to clean it up a little bit as we've had quite a few short points early in this match.
I also spoke with Vivian David about what it looks like when they are getting into a better rhythm, and one of the things she told me is she talked about the word control. Not only controlling the dinks, but also controlling the speed ups. She has to feel that within her hand on the paddle, and that's when she feels like she's been a better flow alongside Georgia Johnson. Right now they're in a little bit of a good flow at the baseline, making sure they're well taken care of.
Georgia Johnson, one of the 16-year-old sensations on the Major League Pickleball Tour. The other, Annalie Waters, we just saw her moments ago in the first quarterfinal matchup here. This is the second winner of this one. Gets Ben Johns and the Seattle Pioneers tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Saw good ball movement right there from Vivian David just until that last contact, and that could be some of that breeze, right? Just not hitting the sweet spot of the paddle exactly in the right place.
Big pressure from the Florida Smash to maintain a 1-point lead.
Yeah, not often do you see a player get jammed up when they're back at the baseline, but I think that's exactly what happened there to Jackie Kawamoto.
Looks like Vivian David's trying to take the ball out of the air a bit more often since the end change.
Yeah, and it's a great shot for her. Just too much counterattack ability from the Kawamotos. You know, I don't expect David to get too frisky and go after that ball too frequently, but she needs to continue to pick her spots when to use that misdirect forehand.
Into the net for Vivian David, the first round pick of the Vegas Night Owls. Traded to the Smash for Jessie Irvin.
I mean, Jade took a cut at that backhand, and she threw her head back when it clips the tape and go out because she could not be more on that ball. Yes, and I mentioned on the end change, I expect Georgia Johnson to be a force, continue to speed up and put away the ball. So ATX Pickleballers doing a great job of just not giving her a ball.
Wow, firefight. The crowd loved it. That lob goes long. Georgia Johnson and Vivian David earning it.
It only took 28 points to really see your first firefight at this point, but it's also important to note the Kawamotos, they do love a good lob. I was wondering when we might see one.
Lob gone wide for Georgia Johnson. Pickleballers tie it back up. What a point. Vivian David started it. Georgia Johnson ended it.
Set it up, clean it up. That's the blueprint for the Florida Smash, executed to perfection.
Vivian David flies and takes the forehand put away. Up by 2 now for the smash.
I remember thinking all the way back to a Masters event for the PPA. She's playing alongside Thomas Wilson, and her ability to just dictate terms in the middle of the court has been something to definitely look out for from Vivian David.
What a lob from David. Wow, what a point. The crowd loved that one, understandably so.
It's like a double rainbow out there. You saw 2 lobs, all on the side of Georgia Johnson and Vivian David.
And this is what happens sometimes when you target someone. It allows them to get into rhythm.
Yep.
Vivian David, couple errors right after the end chain. She has cleaned it up and also turned some of that consistency into offense. So a nice adjustment from her and getting herself into a good rhythm.
It's been all the Florida Smash since the end change. An 18-15 lead. Where do they go from here with the serve and the third? What's the approach, Adam, if you're coaching this Florida Smash team?
Oh, for the Florida Smash, oh, they just need to continue doing what they're doing right now and have Georgia Johnson is doing such a good job of cleaning up after Vivian David is starting something these last few points, so I expect that to happen. I expect some nice, solid play from the Kawamotos. Vivian's going to pick her spot. Georgia's going to put it away. That's my call.
Steve Kuhn, the founder of Major League Pickleball. The vision that he has brought to life has been absolutely spectacular, and the growth we've seen in just a small amount of time has been one of a kind. Players from all teams here in the crowd, something he's very proud of. No other event you have that type of environment. Vivian David playing out of her mind. She's got the touch and the power to back it up.
And I would say the general court position early in this match was very even. Right now, the Florida Smash are on the kitchen, and the ATX Pickleballers are definitely on their heels.
Big answer from Jackie Kawamoto. Finds a wide open line shot.
But that shows you just how good Vivian David is feeling about her game right now, to come across that aggressively, reading that ball really well. They just had one better counter.
Georgia Johnson rolls another one to the sideline. Game point for the Florida Smash.
Yeah, that was skill mixed with being fortunate, we'll say, on that last one, Michelle. I'm not sure she hit it perfect. Either way, it got the job done.
Talked about the court position in terms of being up at the kitchen. I think it's an interesting point, too, with Vivian David in her court positioning, how far she is towards the center line.
Oh, what defense from Vivian David.
No, it's a great point, Cam. You will not see, especially with such a great offensive partner in Georgia Johnson, you won't see the Vivian David left foot across the center line too often, but we've seen it a couple times in the second half of this match.
Georgia Johnson, it's almost as if she just recognized her partner's in rhythm and says, go get it, buddy.
Wow, what a counterpunch from Jade Kawamoto, and a response, and a big one from the Pickleballers. The Florida Smash, we're in closing distance, and now the script has flipped. Jackie Kawamoto with game point.
Oh no.
Not like this.
Oh no.
What happened?
Well, we talked about Vivian David in her court position, right? She'd been taking so much of the middle, and she shifts right because it's high enough for Georgia to come hit the overhead. But that's where that communication becomes so important. Whoa.
So the Pickleballers run away with the first game, and they snuck back in to take it. We will get set up for men's doubles next. It's Travis Rettenmeyer and Kyle Yates who will need to be the heroes for their team, taking on Gabe Tardio and JW Johnson. As we check in now with the fourth member of our crew, Dominic Catalano, standing by with the Kawamoto twins.
All right, I am with Jade and Jackie Kawamoto. Jade, I'll start with you. You guys fight off a match point at 20-17 and then rattle off 5 straight. What are you thinking after you fight off that first match point?
Well, we had to stay focused and just make our shots. We didn't want to get tight, and then it really just came down to a point going our way. But they played really well, but we stuck to our game plan, and it worked.
All right, and Jackie, how important is it for you guys, ATX, to get off to a good start 1-0 for your guys and set the table?
Oh, it's super important. I mean, it's just like positive energy going into the next match. A little less pressure on our boys allows them to play a little more free and loose. So yeah, happy we got the win there.
All right, ATX Pickleballers up 1-0. Next up, men's doubles here on Championship Court.
Innovation is our specialty. Winning is his. Zane Navratil has won more than 40 pro gold medals and back-to-back Major League Pickleball titles. One of Pickleball's most iconic and decorated athletes teamed up with our world-class engineers with one goal in mind: build a paddle that can dominate. The Zane Navratil Signature Paddle, designed for champions by champions. Available now. Pro XR Pickleball. Innovation you can handle.
What are you guys doing?
Getting our duper tattoos.
Oh, cool.
Hey Cameron, how's it going?
Almost done.
Perfect. Can't wait to see your number.
Number?
Duper, because ratings shouldn't be a surprise. Download the app and claim your free profile today.
I haven't even started yet.
Oh. Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball.
Dulce Vida. You are what you drink.
Back on championship court, time for our men's doubles matchup. It's Travis Rettenmeyer and Kyle Yates taking on JW Johnson and Gabe Tardio. Here are the head-to-head numbers. Johnson and Tardio with a 54% edge on Yates and Rettenmeyer. And Adam, I know you spent some time watching Travis and Kyle Yates together. What can you tell us scouting report-wise, starting with the Florida Smash?
Yes, so as I mentioned, Kyle Yates did not play his best game first round yesterday, but he played big this morning. He was speeding the ball up frequently and going to all the spots very nicely. So Kyle definitely pulls the trigger pretty quickly, and so can those offensive opportunities benefit him or the ATX Pickleballers with electric counterattack ability?
So dive a little bit deeper into that. Gabe Tardio and JW Johnson, for those who have not watched the game of pickleball readily. JW Johnson has some of the hands, the best hands, some say better than Ben John's hands in the league. What makes these two a dangerous duo?
Well, it's the short stroke of JW Johnson creating big-time power. These two get it done in a very different way, as Gabriel Tardio has much bigger swings on his counterattacks, but he has very good timing. That's the key for him. So two good counterattackers, two very different ways of getting it done.
And I don't think Gabriel Tardio has any sort of ligamentation in his wrist, because he does some odd things, let me tell you. In a very good way, of course.
Point in case right there. You just saw the hands of Gabe Tardio. Pickleballers on the board first. Long for Tardio.
Yeah, late on the slide. He was trying to step to his right and focus on that backhand, just couldn't get a clean crack at it. Nice speed up from Travis Rettenmeyer. That's what I'm talking about right there. And that is not your typical speed up. He's fading away and he's going up the line with the forehand well off the kitchen, but he gets it done.
Flashy Ernie from Travis Rettenmeyer.
Flashy or just a little toe tapper here. Look at this. Quick over the edge and little touches.
Wow, wind seemed to get a hold of that one.
No, that's classic Kyle Yates. He does the fake catch and then goes with the tweener. I've seen him do that probably about 50 times and couldn't come up with that one.
I was very confused by the hand in the air.
I was too. I was like, he's going for the overhead, obviously. Nope.
We'll say too, just in this early part, pattern starting to take shape for the Florida Smash, clearly going at the side of Gabe Tardio and through the middle.
Yes, a common pattern that has started a lot in the men's game of pickleball. When you pull your opponents out wide, it gives them angles and offensive opportunities. The middle of the court much safer in many instances.
Good hands from Kyle Yates, one of the veterans of the game.
I feel like Tardio took a little pace off that, looked for more placement, might have been able to do something else with it.
Down the middle for JW Johnson. There's the hand speed that we all know and love.
Adam, where is the placement of speed up for Gabe Tardio because you've got a partner like JW Johnson? Do you just continue to go Kyle Yates to try and push it forward?
Oh, nice counter from Travis Rettenmeyer. Yes, so it's interesting for Gabe Tardio because in a regular tournament, he would not have as good of a partner as J.W. Johnson. So it's balancing his dinking and his attacking is going to be very important for him.
Wow, that angle from J.W. Johnson.
And the player in front of him, Travis Rettenmeyer, sits very heavy backhand for his counters. So if Gabe Tardio can find a couple good opportunities to go at the right shoulder of Travis Rettenmeyer, could be a great option.
Oh, tagged was Gabe Tardio from Kyle Yates. I don't think he feels bad about that one. Something tells me that.
7-5.
Ooh, lots of heavy hitting in that point.
I mean, Travis Rettenmeyer could not have been more in the middle of the court, and somehow J.W. Johnson found that angle to the right side of Travis. Really good spin and touch from J-Dub.
Missed the counterattack. Gabe Tardio was falling back, fading away. The Florida Smash on top by 2.
Unfortunately, Gabe got caught watching there. He was kind of seeing the exchange up, and it didn't come forward enough to be in a good position to receive that next ball.
Gabe Tardio, the clear target for the Florida Smash. What do you do if you're in his shoes right now?
I think you lean on your partner just a little bit in terms of maybe shifting, trying to reduce the number or opportunity of the opponent coming at you. Do I only have to sit forehand? Can I only sit backhand? Something to reduce the amount of thought that has to go through your brain.
Gabe Tardio, sorry.
No, I was just going to say tough break because he is I've kind of seen in his eyes he's been looking for an opportunity to attack. He finally gets an okay one and clips the tape and goes wide. Yeah, that's a better counterattack from Gabe Tardio, and also sliding to his right quicker, trusting JW's forehand in the middle and not being late and getting jammed up, getting those arms extended and releasing on his two-handed counterattacks.
J.W. Johnson going off.
Did you see that, though? Travis Rettenmeyer nearly picked this up around his back.
Yeah, J.W. Johnson.
Wow.
I think he is #1 in all of pickleball of controlling the kitchen line. It's just so hard to make the ball bounce and get forward when he takes control.
That ball would have gone in for Rettenmeyer. Oh no, a fault called on J.W. Johnson means the Florida Smash. They're the first team, 2-11.
Yeah, but I do like this point construction from Gabe Tardio because the fact that he started to add some pressure dinks on that backhand side of Kyle Yates.
Well, you're
the forehand side.
Well, you're the one who loves to talk about flamingos. He had a couple pretty good ones there because he was using that left leg as a counterbalance and fully reaching in the kitchen. So nice adjustment from Gabe Tardio, finding a way to put a little extra pressure.
I didn't know I talked about flamingos that often.
That's news to me as well.
I know.
You say full flamingo all the time.
I do say full flamingo. I do say when full flamingo. That's fair.
And we see Wes Gabrielson chatting with the boys, just an absolute legend of the game, still a great player as well, and now that he is the coach of the ATX Pickleballers, it definitely gives them a slight edge.
Travis Rettenmeyer and Kyle Yates finding a better rhythm than Rettenmeyer was able to find last tournament with Colin Johns, so this trade proved to be fruitful for them in terms of fit. What is working for them right now on the side of the Florida Smash?
It's my pick to click. Kyle Yates.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness. I mean, he not only is having some quality speed ups, catching J.W. Johnson on his backhand side a couple times, but even on the poor speed ups that he's made, he's had the hand speed to bail himself out on a couple of these options. So I think he's picking his spots nicely and playing a great game right now. So kudos to Kyle.
Yeah, he's done a nice job kind of in that cross-court dink rally with Gabe as well, on that, especially that forehand side. He's done a solid job, but there may be some space because he starts shifting so far middle. There's a good opportunity if Gabe can get it there.
What a weapon to have. And Wes Gabrielson getting some keen advice there for J.W. Johnson. Also works a lot with Mircea Murariu as a coach, he and Georgia Johnson. So that's my question. When you're facing your sibling, how much intel are you giving away to these players of how to beat them? I mean, you know they know each other's game in and out, Georgia and JW. So what's the intel exchange of like, hey, hit this on Georgia, you're going to...
It's actually a pretty good point. So maybe a little video work for some opponents, and they can see how JW targets Georgia or vice versa, because whether it works or not, you know it's the right strategy. They play every day together.
That's the foot fault.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Ooh, is it the left or the right? I mean, I think the left is actually...
Let's hear what Tom's got to say. After video review, the call is confirmed.
Call is confirmed. There was a foot fault. 2 remaining challenges on the side of the Pickleballers. You get 3 as a team. So at least it gave them some extra time to regroup and halting the momentum, so they hope, on the side of the Florida Smash as the Pickleballers look to climb back in. Rettenmeyer will serve.
11-8.
He went for it. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been getting a ton of balls. He's looking to make a move there, and just a nice neutralizing ball from his opponents, forcing him into a tough spot.
Oh, denied by the post. Kyle Yates, he wanted the HCP.
But that's what I'm talking about from Tardio, doing a nice job again, reaching in and rolling that dink pretty aggressively. Not a whole lot of bounce coming off of that, and making Kyle just feel that much more uncomfortable there.
Wow. J.W. Johnson, the champion of that point.
Yes, I mean, the shot before from Rettenmeyer, I mean, he couldn't have hit it any better, and JW just swats it like it's a fly.
The torque he has with that wrist and forehand is unbelievable. Oh, Gabe Tardio comes out with a huge defensive play, but Travis Rettenmeyer does him one better.
Like right now, they're trying to figure out whether that ball was in or out. We're gonna wonder if they're challenging this.
We've got a challenge.
I'm not sure we've seen a team use all 3, but this is 2 in the second match of this game. It could be a situation.
Hey, is it worth it, you think?
I'm not sure. I mean, they obviously saw something.
Oh.
Oh.
Actually,
I don't
Is that
know.
out?
No, I think it's in.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Oh my goodness, I don't know. That's tough.
While we wait for this challenge here, I got a nice Margaritaville Dulce here.
We need 121 frames.
I'm not putting my neck on the line on this one. I'm
Not either. I like that none of us have said anything.
I've been wrong a lot today, so I'm just gonna stop right here. I'm just gonna stop right now.
PTSD over here.
We have an emotional support dog for you, Adam.
Thank goodness, I need it.
This is my favorite sign. Sorry, Michelle.
Yeah.
Speak Spanish to me, J-Dub.
In every one of his interviews, for whatever reason, he switches to Spanish at the end. I think Gabe Tardio might actually be a part of that reason. So at least this time he'll get to reference his friend in the shot. And as we dive things over, let's chat about the super final situation in the Premier Level League, because the LA Mad Drops await their fate if the New Jersey Fives find a way to get through the semis and then get through what would seem to be Seattle in the finals if you're a betting man.
I am.
Okay, so you are a betting man. Then who are you putting in the super final? Will it be, if the New Jersey Fives do not win San Clemente, they will not appear in Monday Night's super final. But if they do win, they will. So
Yes.
is it going to be the LA Mad Drops or the New Jersey Fives?
It's in their hands. I'll take the Fives.
13 on this side, right now. 13-11.
Was that challenge denied? It sounded like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to if you're going to challenge it, you have to do it within a reasonable time frame. And J.W. Johnson earns it right back. Doesn't matter.
Nice job from Gabe Tardio being ready with the two-hander as Kyle Yates pulled that just enough cross-court out of the reach of the JW forehand. Nice backup from Gabe.
Oh, the hands of Rettenmeyer awfully good against J.W. Johnson.
Rettenmeyer and Yates getting just backed off into the transition zone right there. That becomes so much tougher in terms of angles. You got to give yourself time, but at the same time, that also means you have to get more loft. Saw Kyle Yates kind of change his mind right there. He took out the backhand, and as he's making contact, he actually kind of slid his paddle from left to right.
Nice counter attack from J.W. Johnson, and that is one of the pitfalls of playing the middle as well, Cameron, is you don't have as much court to work with that you do on those cross-court shots, so they can occasionally get away from you a little bit easier.
Florida Smash right back in it. Just back, and we are all tied up.
I love the decision from Kyle Yates. He goes with the lob as this one just on the outside, but a beautiful combo.
What a lob from Yates.
And it's back-to-back now. The lob is so effective because of the placement of the lob, right? Over that left shoulder cross court of Gabe Tardio. So it forces him to have to do a full circle just to find that next ball.
Wow. Point of the game so far. What A couple of counters from Kyle Yates. JW Johnson just too quick.
Yeah, really nice. And to touch on the lob again, Gabe has been leaning in more. So what a great adjustment by Kyle going with the lob as Gabe's momentum is forward. I didn't see it, but I heard it.
I was just going to say the same exact thing. Denied.
17-16.
Oh, into the net for Rettenmeyer. He can't believe it. Pickleballers up by 2.
Gabe Tardio coming in hot, really moving forward explosively on that last point.
J.W. Johnson, he has come up clutch.
Was that a woo from J.W.? Show some personality, fella. Let's go.
That was a bit of a woo. I saw it.
You've officially been wooed.
By none other than the emotionless J.W. Johnson. He gave you something there to work with.
Hey, and this could be an example of, you know, playing with your buddy. It helps you be comfortable, helps you be yourself and come out of your shell. So J.W., have yourself a couple sweet points and a nice celebration too.
His amigo, he calls him. He loves playing with his amigo, Gabe Tardio. Tardio, by the way, originally from Bolivia. He was top 14 in the country as a young, top 10 rather, in the under 14 division of tennis players in Bolivia.
Yeah, well, why are you talking about under 14? That was like 10 years ago. Oh, wait, it was like 2 years ago for Gabe Tardio.
He turns 18 in October.
Okay, all right.
I'm worried about your math. That would have been 3, sir.
J.W. Johnson, his elder, turns 21 in November.
His elder.
Travis Rettenmeyer turns 40 in August. Adam, you're a big fan of the 40 and up club.
I love 40-plus players.
Adam, to your list. J.W. Johnson has been unstoppable.
Well, I talked about it with Wes Gabrielson. They said it was all about showing the energy, putting the energy out there from Mesa and Daytona to now. J.W. Johnson is doing exactly that.
Travis Rettenmeyer snaps back. He puts the end to a run for now. The Pickleballers stuck on 20. They must win on their serve.
17-20.
What an answer from J.W. Johnson. Gabe Tardio will take back the serve. Game point for the Pickleballers. Into the net for J.W. What a play from the smash to get him out of position there.
Yes, nice inside-out ball from Rettenmeyer. I think J.W. thought he was going to attack middle. Really nice spot from Travis.
Into the net for J.W. Johnson. The Florida smash pulling within 1.
I like it.
Yeah.
I have no problem whatsoever. I know he didn't execute, but keep on being that presence in the middle, J.W. In the long run, that is the play.
Travis Rettenmeyer and Kyle Yates. Kyle Yates has had to come up clutch a couple times for his team to even be in this position. He was your pick to click.
That's
what
right.
else do you want to contribute in this conversation?
I was going to say, a lot of people don't know this. Wes Gabrielson and Kyle Yates have played a ridiculous amount of pickleball together. Early on, they were the best team out there. Lots of U.S. Opens, national championships, all that good stuff. So Wes Gabrielson knows Kyle Yates very well, and just another interesting dynamic to throw out there.
We're going to give you some free MLP merch. All right, we got more merch to hand out. So think about getting your push-up on. I'm in. 19-20.
They found some success as Kyle Yates continues to back up on that backhand side. He'll find like the first two, but it's that third one. Just too much pressure.
Gabe Tardio finishes things off on his paddle. He was picked on the entire game, and he pulls through in the end. What a win for the ATX Pickleballers.
Yes, Michelle. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, you're exactly right. Gabe Tardio building throughout that match, making a few different adjustments to help his team out, and always with the incredible backup of his left side buddy, J.W. Johnson. It's just a dynamic duo, and a great win for the ATX Pickleballers.
Yeah, really impressed with the way that Gabe started to shift a little bit more, take some more balls out of the air, create opportunities for J-Dub to get aggressive through the middle. It was a real game changer for the two of them.
And he can even attack cross court occasionally with JW, because that ball is going to be redirected at JW. So he just has free reign to do what he wants to. So I like the play from Gabe Tardio in that match.
The Pickleballers on top, 2 games to none on the Florida Smash. Dominic Catalano is with us to chat it over with Gabe Tardio and JW Johnson. Dom.
JW, I'll start with you. You guys don't get your first lead until 14-13. What keeps you grinding away and then finally getting that lead late in that game?
Yeah, we just had to keep going at it. I mean, I know we had some unforced errors in the beginning, but they were also playing very well, so we just had to keep in it mentally.
And then Gabe, playing against Kyle Yates cross court, one of the best on the right side. What keeps you positive there and staying in those points with him?
I mean, I probably have the best player in the world in the left side, so I know my job is just to keep it in. And before leaving, I want to give a shout out, first of all, to amazing fans right here, and then to Andres Sario. He's my brother. He's probably watching right now from Bolivia, so thank you.
All right, well, congratulations. ATX goes up 2-0 here. It's all about mixed doubles next here on Championship Court.
Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories.
It's hard to find supplements that work. No, thank you. You need supplements that are backed by science with natural and plant-based ingredients and that are third-party tested. Because cleaner is better. Like Oro Organic. Plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at oraorganic.com.
Dulce Vida, you are what you drink.
My first surgery was a total knee replacement. I ended up with an infection. They were gonna have to amputate my leg. That just was not okay with me. The moment I entered HSS, the care was exceptional. For somebody to tell me you're gonna keep your leg, it was magical. Everything is so alive because I got my life back.
Big thanks to one of our sponsors here, Cirkul Water. Cirkul makes drinking water easy, fun, and delicious. Be sure to browse all their different flavors today. Pretty tasty stuff. They are one of the proud sponsors here of Major League Pickleball. Thrilled to have them on board, especially for this quarterfinal matchup. The Florida Smash are in trouble. They put out their best mixed doubles team, Travis Rettenmeyer and Georgia Johnson. And of course, that would be the strategy when you're in a must-win situation. They match up against Gabe Tardio.
Yes, 1A, 1B for the Smash, clear-cut A and B.
And Jade
for the
Kawamoto.
Pickleballers. So Jackie Kawamoto and JW definitely the A team.
What's interesting is that the ATX Pickleballers are actually the reactors here. So they did not put the team out with J-Dub on it.
Well, that makes sense because they want
Save
to
your ace.
kind of sacrifice the B team and guarantee the victory on the second match. But there might not be a sacrifice as their B team could definitely win this one as they're off to a quick 2-0 start.
Big hammer of a forehand from Travis Rettenmeyer.
It's been fun to watch the development of Travis Rettenmeyer in the last year, transitioning from the game of tennis. We knew he had the ability to do that, but he's really worked on his transition game as well as up at the kitchen.
Into the net for Georgia Johnson. The Pickleballers on top by 2.
Yeah, tricky inside-out deception with the lefty forehand from Jade Kawamoto. Very well placed.
Talk about a location, that right hip.
And you can see Mr. Tardio is switching his hat from supporting player to alpha in mixed doubles. Can he do it? Early on, the answer is yes.
It's like he wasn't wearing a hat.
You got to wear a couple. You got to wear different hats. I mean, come on. Support, alpha, you got to have it all.
What an angle from Jade Kawamoto.
Yeah, inside out lefty twice now. Also a little quick fun fact is Rettenmeyer and Tardio have played several tournaments together. So a lot of familiarity throughout these two teams.
And this is not the way you want to start if you're the Florida Smash. Down 6 and 2 games to the Pickleballers.
Yeah,
timeout. Yeah.
Got to.
I was going to say, and everything's going against them right now. That would regularly be a rudimentary ball from Georgia Johnson, but even that's clipping the top of the net.
Yes, and she really doesn't play with a ton of margin for error. So there's going to be stretches like this. Can some of her offensive abilities that go with a few inconsistencies come back out in this match? We'll have to see. But the thing is, 7-point deficit. This is not a 2 out of 3 game situation. You don't get a fresh start here. So 7 points, or even though it's early on, is a big, big deal.
It is, and so if the Pickleballers are able to close it out here, they would take the match, and that would be all we would play this evening for the quarterfinal rounds. And then the question would become, is this team strong enough to take down the Seattle Pioneers?
Yes.
They seem, really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I mean,
based off what we've seen this weekend, they are playing some high-level pickleball. I wouldn't put anything against them. To go 3-0 in group play against the New Jersey Fives were in their group.
What an angle from Gabe Tardio. He had to step up big since the men's doubles match, but how about the momentum? That loss in men's doubles just completely took the wind out of the sails, it seems, for the Florida Smash.
No, you're spot on. I mean, it's tough, right? We always talk about now with gender doubles getting to choose which goes out first. Everyone has the conversation. You have to get on the board first. It becomes that much more critical. So now down 0-2 can feel almost impossible.
There you go, Georgia. I'm not talking about the shot, but the reaction.
Yep.
They need the energy, and she tried to bring it right there. Will it carry over? Gabe Tardio on it, my man. Looking really good, just flipping a switch from the supporting role to the heavy hitter on the left side. Well played in the first half of this match, Gabe Tardio.
The Pickleballers, the first team, 2-11. We'll have an end change. Is there any chance now for the Pickleballers the Florida Smash to turn this thing around?
Well, I think Adam hit on it, right? It was the reaction from Georgia Johnson. She's got a little pep in her step. This end change can do a number of things. It gives you a chance to recalibrate with your whole team as well as with your partner. And right now, Georgia Johnson's bouncing around a little bit. So anything's possible in rally scoring.
Yeah, and I talked about some of the low margin for error with Georgia Johnson and a couple errors creeping in, but she can go on a run like almost no other female in the sport, stringing together several points. Can she do it now?
Into the net for Rettenmeier. Not going to happen that way.
But that shot from Jade Kawamoto, Georgia Johnson can't hit it better. It's right on the baseline, and Jade Kawamoto puts it back 1 inch over the net.
To this point, not many errors on the side of Gabe Tardio and Jade Kawamoto. Ooh, love the lob. Travis Rettenmeier closes the door down the middle, and that's the energetic response you've been looking for, Adam.
Just a great play from the baseline, chasing that lob, getting back up to the kitchen, and then it's finding those good contacts, the little combinations coming their direction now.
That's a big Ernie, from Gabe Tardio, who was the 4th round pick for the Pickleballers. Jade was the 3rd round pick. Jackie the 2nd. Pretty good strategy to go with the sisters in the draft, just back for the Florida Smash.
Yes, and it was a ability for them to get that because JW is a very high pick, so they had 2 relatively close picks at the turn and got both Kawamotos.
Gabe Tardio all over the speed up.
Well, I just love it because Jade, I mean, she's very happy. She didn't do anything. She just goes, yeah, Gabe.
Standing at the baseline.
Yes, yeah, love it.
There for support. Oh, Georgia Johnson, she had it.
Yeah, tough one there. Not a good lob, but possibly just enough spin to drop a little bit lower than Georgia was expecting. Either way, a ball Georgia has to come up with.
It's interesting to watch J-Dub on the sidelines, too. He had his hands over the top of his head as his sister went up for the overhead. I think that's natural instinct at this point.
She's not on your team, J-Dub.
It's got to be weird, though. Always wanting them to do well, but not in this circumstance. And here come Florida Smash, down by 10, maybe looking for a little bit of a run.
Travis Rettenmeier doing a solid job to, again, fend off that ball on the right side of his body. Watch how far he has to kind of hop out of the way, keeping that elbow locked into the side. It's almost like a reverse chicken wing. You can use that one later on.
I will.
Flamingos and reverse chicken wing. You heard it here first, folks. What a rip from Jade Kawamoto. The Pickleballers in closing distance of the match. They need 4 more to punch their ticket to tomorrow morning's semifinal against the Seattle Pioneers.
Return depth, always something you want to look for, whether it's singles or gender doubles, not to mention mixed. Makes that third a little bit tougher.
Oh, she says. Can't believe she missed it.
She hasn't missed much all day. Oh. And 2 that time.
I was going to say, I think both of you just need to...
Sorry about that.
You got the commentator's curse up here.
Oh, Travis Rettenmeier all over it. He's putting the pressure on Jade Kawamoto. He is noticing the misses and maybe the pressure mounting on Jade Kawamoto.
Well, and the location's really important there. It's tough as you're backing up and you're trying to reset on that back with the 2-hand backhand. If it goes to your right side at all, that paddle angle becomes really difficult to try and keep down from popping up on the reset.
Yeah, it's just because you get a quick start does not mean that you are going to finish the deal. And this has very much been the Florida Smash creeping back in this thing with a combination of good, powerful offensive play and some loose errors from their opponent. So definitely a time to take a timeout. The Wes Gabrielson rule is anytime they get 3 points, you take a timeout no matter what. I don't know if that was exactly 3, but either way, a good time to stop the flow of the match.
Is the momentum halts for the Pickleballers more of what the Florida Smash are doing or more what the Pickleballers aren't?
No, I think it's a combo. They have had a couple pretty loose errors.
Oh boy. Trouble brewing on championship court for the Pickleballers. Florida Smash down now only by 5. Still decent lead for the Pickleballers. They just need to get out of this run. And it's not going to happen easily, according to Travis Rettenmeier.
I will say, too, it's a little bit harder at this point in the evening in terms of tracking, right? So for those firefights, the ball becomes a little tougher to see. And they continue.
Wow.
Wow.
Now down by 3. Speed up, gone long. What a run for the Florida Smash.
Well, and that's an impressive leave right there, because if you've gotten picked on in the last few points, you're so locked in trying to make sure that you make a good contact and you're in the right place at the right time.
Georgia Johnson cleans up down the middle on a patient point from Jade Kawamoto. Leaves one just high enough for Georgia to attack.
Yeah, what a spot, too, as she had Gabe Tardio fooled. He was loaded up on his backhand side. She plays the ball to the middle. Well done, Georgia. Oh, no. Missed a serve after what a great run. And then to miss a serve is too bad. Yeah, why not challenge, I think.
You can use it almost as a timeout here.
Let's have another look. I see that ball out.
Yeah, I think there's a gap the whole time of in between the white and the yellow.
Oh man, how do you miss that one? So, as we take a chance to regroup, it's looking more and more like it's going to be, yeah, another look. Okay, that one looks a little closer, but still looks out to me. I see a sliver of green in between, or it looks green, but it's blue.
It's blue.
Does it not look green?
Is it not green? Oh, yeah, no, it's blue.
Your eyes deceive you. Two challenges remain for the Florida Smash. What was discussed in that side for the Florida Smash, you think, to try and come back down 4?
Oh, I mean, they made a really nice run. They had an out attack from Travis Rettenreier and missed serve. I mean, just clean it up. I think the strategy the last 5 minutes has been great. They've been going for it. Keep on keeping on.
Gabe Tardio finishes things on his terms, and the ATX Pickleballers punching their ticket through to the semifinal round.
Youth is served today. This is not an old person sport. We got Hayden Patrick out there. We got Gabe Tardio playing big. We got teenagers everywhere. Let's go, Young Bucks. Way to step up.
What a turn of events. Oh my gosh. Gabe Tardio and Jade Kawamoto, they came up huge for their team. And so tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific, they will meet the Seattle Pioneers. That is a tough team to beat. Ben Johns, Tyler Loong, Etta Wright, Megan Dazan. Not a team you want to face in the semis, but Adam says the Pickleballers, they could be up for the task.
Yeah, gosh darn right they can win that one. Can't wait for it.
And what's impressive, too, you got to go really hats off to the ATX Pickleballers. They have missed the playoffs in the last 2 events, so not only do they make the playoffs, but they're on to the semis.
Their deepest run so far as we send it down to Dominic Catalano with the winners.
Well, it's all laughs down here with the 4 of these players for the ATX Pickleballers. First and foremost, congratulations. You guys moving on to the semifinals. Let's hear it for them one more time. Gabe, you guys were in control pretty much that whole match. You're up 16-4, up by 12. They make a run and get back within 3. What are you guys thinking of that moment?
Yeah, so we definitely slowed down a little bit. I mean, they started to play better at the end too. So just glad we were able to finish.
And Jade, playing next to Gabe, he's all over the place, playing really well right now. How relaxed are you playing next to someone who's playing so well?
Yeah, I think this event we really started gelling the most we ever have, and we started figuring each other out, and now it's working really well for us.
All right, and lastly, J-Dub, Jackie, you guys don't have to play, but what does it mean to you watching these guys come through for you guys at that moment, putting you guys in the semifinals?
Yeah, quite a lot, especially since we get to go home and eat now. But no, Gabe and Jade played. They played very well. Jackie did too.
He played with you.
Well, amen.
I mean, the fact that he doesn't know who he's been playing with all weekend blows my mind, but it's fine.
Well, congratulations, ATX Pickleballers moving on to the semifinals tomorrow. Congratulations to them. Back up to you guys in the booth.
Sorry, you can't help but laugh. JW throwing his partner under the bus there, Jackie Kawamoto. They didn't even get a chance to play in this one. Congratulations to the ATX Pickleballers. Moving on to tomorrow's semifinal match starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time. We will see you there on Championship Court. Thanks so much for watching with us all day, all evening long. Have a great night, everybody. We will see you first thing tomorrow morning.